Hello, fixed signs. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. So this is going to be for Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising. Cross watcher, if you're watching, welcome as well. There's a couple videos, I guess, that am feeling pretty inclined to do this week before I start a second series of all the zodiacs. So we're going to do that first. And one of these would be the fixed signs. So I don't know, feeling a vibe. I did one here a few months back, feeling the vibe to do it again. So that's what we're rolling with here. All right, so let's just get into it. Thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented. For those of you who have donated to the channel, and for those of you who have booked personal reads with me, thank you so very much. I am looking forward to a full schedule again, so thank you. Personal reads are open and available. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. All right, guys, let's get to it. So the way I'm going to do this is there's going to be an interlinking card here in the center to all four zodiacs. I'm going to put one out for Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Go from there. Remember that these are connected energies, as you are all blah, 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 Mercury. You are all interconnected as fixed signs. There we go. I finally got it out of my mouth. All right, so let's see here. Fixed signs. Let's start off with Taurus. What's going on with Taurus, Spirit? Sacred space, light seeker. Taurus, I'm going to say to you, I think you are gaining some positive insights to something, but the seeker, to me, is coming out a little funny in the sense that you're seeking, it's like a challenge, but is it the right kind of challenge is what I want to say to you. It's like, think of it, Taurus, as this juvenilistic, I know this itching, thing where it's like, you know, you're out with your buddies and you're like, dude, I bet you can't get that girl's number. Oh yeah, watch me. So you're out on a mission. You're out seeking to prove something to yourself or your buddies or whatever this is. That's how this seeking comes in. Like, I'm going to prove to myself that I can make whatever this is work. Be careful with that, because it might bite you in the butt. Not saying that it's going to for all of you. Some of you could end up looking like you've got egg on your face, though, too. So I would be mindful of what we're doing there. Taurus energy, Temple of Mary, emotional expression, playful innocence, exploitation. There it is, Taurus, right? There it is again. I'm going to say to you, Taurus, this may boil down to you trying to feel something that you're giving away or trying to give away. This could be, you know, that emotional expression is maybe you're trying to be loving, maybe you're trying to be caring, maybe you're trying to be fun, you're trying to be more lighthearted. I feel like what's staring you back in the face is some numbness. Or, I'm going to say this could also be the roles reversed. Or there's just numbness here that's happening of like, I don't know if I can let my guard down. So be mindful of that energy, okay? All right, Leo. For Leo, please, Spirit. Dharma wheel. Karmic lessons, peer pressure. If I could talk, oh my God. Karmic lessons, peer pressure, moral codes. Leo, elephants could be of significance, doesn't have to be. Light seeker on the bottom. If I remember correctly, I talked about in your read for August about like trying to overcome addiction or behavior or something to that effect, right? I feel like whatever has happened in that regard, this, get out of there. I want one video today, just one video that I'm not yelling at the dog. One of these videos. It's like having a toddler and everything. This is, I feel like there's some sorrow here, Leo. This isn't, both of these cards, Taurus and Leo, emotional. Kind of sitting with yourself, examining some choices, asking yourself if they are up to par with where you've worked to get yourself to, understanding that setbacks happen, learning not to beat yourself up for those setbacks, that you can get back on the wheel and try again. It's almost like you were trying to test yourself on something. It's like, giving up sweets and going, oh, well, it's Christmas, I can have that bite of cake, right? And then you take a piece of cake home with you, and then you kind of fall back into, I'm going to make a pan of brownies, and then we just kind of keep going. That's kind of how this feels. It's like you could be beating yourself up going, I thought I was stronger than that. I thought I could do better than that. And I thought I had more control of something than that. It's not that you don't. Because you had control enough to stop a cycle of something here. But there was it was like a reminder lesson for you about it. That said, you don't want to throw yourself back out of balance. You've worked hard for your health, your longevity, your creative expression, a lot of sacral solar plexus energy here, root chakra energy. It's asking you to give yourself a little more grace, Leo. That, sometimes we test fate and we're not happy with the end result, but it's always about the lesson. It's sticking your hand out on the stove, don't touch. Talk about the toddler years, right? Like, tell your toddler, don't do that. You're going to fall and get hurt. Don't do that. You're going to fall and get hurt. Boom, they get hurt. And it's like, what'd I tell you? Did you learn a lesson now? That it's kind of what this is. All right, so let's see. Scorpio, your connection here in this wheel of fixed signs. Scorpio coming out in chaos and half the deck, of course. Tibetan fire serpent, seeking a higher truth discernment. Cosmic gateway coming out sideways. Once again, light seeker showing itself, and Antikarama crossing the rainbow bridge, resurrection coming full circle. Scorpio. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. You would come out sideways. You guys are all, you're all on a path here. Scorps, you're waiting for something to come back around. I kind of talked about this in the 2 readings that I put out for you yesterday and today. Your mental side is fucking with you at this point. You're trying to clear up your vision. Where I feel Taurus is trying to find the emotional grounding, as they are not water signs, right? Leo is trying to defeat the devil over and over again. And Scorpio, you're like, I'm past that, but I don't know where I'm going now. You put on a brave face to the world, and something has uprooted you and kind of dimmed your light a little bit, and now it's trying to refocus your energy. Spirit is saying that each sign in this reading that is being brought up with their each individual card, there are key points for all of you, not just one of you. You are absolutely interconnected in this quest of resilience. And that's really what this is. It's like you're tempting your own fate in different ways. Very, very interesting. Aquarius. Card in this mix for Aquarius. There's two. Go figure. Consciousness. I'm going to tell you, the underlying energy to this deck is consciousness for all of you. Self-awareness, personal realizations, prejudice. I'm going to say that for all of you, again, you have been judged. And I think that this deep wound, this deep inner healing that needs to take place, 11:11 on the clock there, these are the lies that have been fed to you your whole life. It's what you've chosen to believe. This is like a 1-2 punch to the gut, that you weren't lovable enough. You weren't strong enough. You weren't worthy enough. And Aquarius, you dreamed too much. Universal Merkaba, you have the answers, lucid dreaming, healing hands, empathetic qualities, animal wisdom. Aquarius, this is you needing to understand that the answers that you seek in your need to know outside of this realm, they live within you, and you're closing this circle of the 4 signs out with the purpose of understanding that via yourself and your consciousness and the subconscious, you all have the answers to what troubles you. It's learning to trust yourself and the wisdom that you have gained throughout the journey in which you stand at right now at this point. You all are coming together, and I feel this tip to toe of this compiling of all of these qualities to strengthen yourselves. Your dreams, I know I said your dreams are a guide to you. Pay attention to white clothing in dreams. There's some astrological alignments taking place. There is a powerful surge that is getting ready to take shape. Some of you could be feeling, when you go out in nature, it's almost like being able to see vibrational frequencies around objects as well. I can tell you I had that experience. It's been years ago, but we had a storm, and a tree branch had fallen and like pierced the ground and was just standing up like, I don't even know how it was. But I could sit there and I could see the energy just vibrating off of it. And this is, it's like your frequency connection may be to animals. It may be to the outside world. Aquarius, you're looking to a higher power for answers. And it's weird to say this, but I feel like Spirit is coming back to you and going, you tell me the answer. Your third eye is activating. You're being awakened to this time-space reality, this dimensional shift that you may be feeling disconnected more so than ever from the human race. There was something, interestingly enough, the 2 cards that came out for Aquarius, 34, which breaks down to a 7. The underlying energy is a 7. The other card, Sphere of Light, is a 29, which breaks down to an 11. The card across the way is that of Leo, is an 11. Air and fire go together. Scorpio and Taurus, 31, Temple of Mary, which breaks down to a 4. That is your stability. Scorpio, the number 8, infinite, right? Sideways, that 8 is the infinity symbol. This Spirit just said this life is long-lived, so don't doubt your place in humanity right now. 4 and 8 are divisible. This is I can see why, on a very deep level, that I was guided to pull these cards the way that I am. You guys have a very deep interconnection and knowing, and some of you, Scorpio to Taurus, Taurus to Scorpio, Leo to Aquarius, Aquarius to Leo, you could be being pulled together, even if you just have those significant placements, to converge on a great awakening. Now, what I'm going to say, and Spirit brings it to my attention into the human mind, that if you know a Taurus, Scorpio, or Taurus if you know a Scorpio, or Leo if you know an Aquarius, and Aquarius if you know a Leo, that does not mean it is that person. It does not mean romanticize it. It does not mean make it something that it is not. You will know if you're one of those. There won't be a question, because Spirit said it's already happening. You'll know. There will not be a question to this. So don't force something that is not naturally flowing organically based upon the alignments that are happening universally. It cannot be forced. I keep seeing doves. Not a single dove on any of these cards, but I keep seeing doves. Some of you, deer, bears, foxes, horses, birds, and elephants. Very, very significant. And Spirit also pointed out too that a couple things. One, each of you could also be dealing with your own sign. Okay, so Scorpio, Scorpio, Aquarius, Aquarius, Taurus, Taurus, Leo, Leo. Thank you, Spirit. This is part of that path of enlightenment. It is the channel. That's what we're here for. That's what we came for, right? But this is an awareness. This is becoming self-aware of the stories that have been told. The philosophies of life. What has been directed at you, towards you. What you're here to accomplish. Scorpio, I go back to Scorpio quickly. You're playing with the light and the dark side of yourself right now. You are like fighting an internal battle of Scorpio's very depressive state and Scorpio's very light, love, whatever state, right? I don't know why, but regardless, all 4 signs here, pay attention to that duality, because that is the thing with this card. There is duality, right? The elephants, there are 2. There is duality. It's very, very important in this reading, okay? Let's see what interconnects all of you. What do I want? What do I want to use, guys? What do I want to use? I don't know here. Okay, so Spirit has given me specific instructions. Let's start off with this deck, and then I'm going to add a card from that one. Spirit just said stop being indecisive about the path in which you are on. What's underlying this? Celestial channel, remaining optimistic and neutral. Again, don't force something to fit, guys. Don't force it to fit. Chance and direction. You all are probably going to be at a point here in the near future where you're going to have to make a pretty significant decision. I'm hearing to stay or to go. walk a mile in my shoes. Talk to me about it then. I left my prints on this world. I know where I'm going. I know what I need to do. Crossroads. Analyzing, epiphanies, shock factor, shock value, spontaneity. If you run through the fire out of fear, expect to hit a brick wall. Okay? I'm just going to tell you that now. I got the chills. Got the chills, got the chills, I got the chills. All right, give me these. What is the, there was a Joe D. Messina song. There is no Oklahoma. Is that what it was? I don't know if that's what it was called. There is no something. There's no, I think Oklahoma, or I might be wrong. I don't know why that's come up. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that because I don't even know what the hell was in that song. I couldn't even tell you. You know, the one card that came out for Scorpio continuously in those reads was the Two of Wands. And in that Two of Wands card, dude is holding that globe in his hand. Got the world, whole wide world in my hands, right? Like that whole thing. Scorpio's number of 13, the Death card. Look what she's holding in her hands. The whole wide world. Spirit just said make a wish. Taurus, if you are dealing with trying to get your emotions to open up and actually feel like you can live, 22:11 on the clock, you have to feel it. You can't think about it. Scorpio, I told you the same thing in the other reads. Leo, it's time to process the guilt, shame, blame. You have to feel it so you learn. There was an old verbiage of if you won't listen, you gotta feel, I think is what they used to say back in the day. If you won't listen, you gotta feel. Leo, that's for you. Aquarius, you're dreaming of a world in which you only exist. That your ideas and your thoughts are heard. That they are taken into consideration. Because I feel from this reading and from the way Spirit presents it to me, that because you are so disconnected from the human race, because of your way of thinking, it's because you felt like you've never been heard before. Or you've not been understood. But you're probably starting to meet like-minded individuals that see the bigger picture like you do. Tap into your third eye, because there's a whole lot of potential left there to be unlocked. There's something about teeth. I know they say, like, if you lose a tooth or something in a dream, it's like a bad omen. But I don't know why I'm gonna, like, look up, like, what was it they kept mummy, like, do not quote me on this because I don't even know where I'm getting this from. What are you, no, hold on a minute. Okay. She's gonna put me over the edge. Like, she's really gonna put me over the edge. Like, I can't, like, I don't know what has happened the past 2 days. Like, if you go back to the other videos for the last how many weeks, like, it's been quiet, we've been good, and now all of a sudden, the fucking wheels are falling off. Oh my god. Anyhow. Lord, alright. Back to your reading. Listen, guys, you're never gonna get anything but the real. This is life. This is me. Yes, there are distractions. This is my animal's home. This is my kid's home. This is my home. We live here. So if it bothers you, I don't know what to tell you, but this is it. This is as real as it gets. Speaking of teeth, as she was chewing on something that she should not have had, I want to say that at some point I had heard something years ago about mummies. Like, I don't know if they kept their teeth or what they did with them. I don't know, but it's like x-rays. I'm seeing like x-rays of teeth, Aquarius. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, I don't know what the hell that means for you. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I have no idea what this is about. Spirit, pull a card then. Gotcha. Good enough. Will do. History. They're talking about history repeating itself. I don't know why I'm going to go with this deck, but I'm going to. This is usually one I use for past lives and stuff like that. But, all right, let's see. What is this teeth about? Wisdom. Wisdom teeth. Ha ha ha. We're going to be cute. Unicorns are magical, right? They've got that horn. They fly. There is Aquarius, there's a kingdom. Sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. A world in which you wish to write it your way. I'm going to say that I don't know that your way is appropriate. But if you could go back to what you've learned before, biblical, there's a long history, standing history there. And if you could rewrite what you now know, but knew it back then, right? What would it look like? What do you see? I got the chills down my back. What did you learn about people? And are you looking at it through a perception of a broken lens? Because the head of this unicorn is halfway down in a defensive position. The knighthood. The knight has to defend the castle, right? There's no need to defend anymore. There's a need to open yourself up. Something significant too here with the jaw, wars and battles. Spouse, take a look at your connections, Aquarius. Was it worth the battle? Were you investing yourself into things that were unnecessary? Did it cause poverty in some way? Were you wanting more from something that you didn't get? Because now all of a sudden it's like, I'm not hungry for those things anymore. Maybe it's objects. Maybe it's old cars. Collectibles. Like all of a sudden those kinds of things just don't matter anymore, Aquarius. So I don't know, look up all the definitions of teeth. Taurus, imprisonment, slavery, spouse. It's hard to maintain partnership on a loving connotation when our investments are being made into material worlds. If I give this, if I have that, that makes me feel good. But what value does it hold at the end? Does it have an emotional connection? If you share a home with somebody, let me rephrase, if you share a house with somebody, is it a home? Does it feel good? Is it sanctuary? Or is it the place in which has now been exploited in the negative sense? there's something around the tangible here. Because it doesn't feel to me like Spirit just said it's not the safe haven you once thought it was. So whether you view home as a house, in a person, in a place, for some of you, like maybe you used to go to a certain city and that was your place to go, but all of a sudden there's a bunch of riffraff there. It's like, I don't feel safe there like I used to. I'm not going to go back there on vacation. I'm not going to go back there and visit and hang out and see that museum again. Pay attention to that, because the things that once may have meant something could feel exploited. What is this for Taurus? It's all about where you've come from. Feeling that you too, just like Aquarius, have gone without. What do you feel you've been neglected of? Do you not have enough? But is it the tangible, or is it love? Or is it both? Leo. Itch. For Leo. Karmic relationships and finances. Tell you like I tell Scorpio, when your love life is good, your finances are good. When your finances are good, your love life seems to be going well. But Leo, here's the thing. Have you tied yourself to a codependency that the only way you're going to survive is if you have somebody in your grasp? That you can't do it alone, or there's been some struggle there, the two elephants coming together. That maybe you needed someone to kind of help keep you on the straight and narrow, or even vice versa, because it doesn't have to be you that needs to walk the straight and narrow. Maybe you've been a part of that codependent cycle to help others stay that way, where they've leaned in on you a little too much. Have they become the karmic lesson to you? Leah, I said about doves earlier, guys. There it is. Forgiveness. I'll forever say it, you cannot make it up. Leo, what I tell you, like, quit being so hard on yourself. Some self-forgiveness. Bring yourself the sense of peace where everybody thrives. It's necessary here for your personal growth. Scorpio, dolphins on the bottom, carefree, beacon of light, being a beacon of hope. Somebody could be coming in being that for you. Spirit says to me about this royal you, as this is the underlying energy, is 7 here for all of you. This is what you're trying to achieve. Emperor, Empress status, crowning energy. Scorpio, leaving or traveling, authority figures. Breaking the mold, Scorpio. Breaking the mold, setting your own rules. Being that rebellious leader that says the baggage is done, I drop it off, I'm done here with this. Persecution and inquisition, imprisonment and slavery. Mother wounds, Scorpio, I've talked about it, lessons and blessings. This, I'm going to tell you, of all of these lessons for all of you are so immensely important. But Scorpio, I said it in your read, and please bear witness, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, because there's some truth to this for you as well. You talk to a Scorpio and you ask them the shit that they have been through in their entire lives. How they have been trapped by, caught in this people-pleasing, God-loving, fearing, I will sell myself to save another bullshit. Like, I'm seeing these cards of you being blamed, shamed, ridiculed, trapped, stuck, abandoned, abused, neglected for the sake of another person, and finally justice is being had. And it's like you've taken all of those years of all of that shit and you've packed it into this suitcase and you said, I'm done. This is the last bit of baggage. This is the last little bit. And you've been toting this shit around, Scorpio, like it's a prize. Let it go. Let it go. You've tucked away something to it's so small. It's like, I've almost erased this. It's almost done. Spirit, one last trip. Whether this is to a courthouse, to say goodbye to somebody, to unload on somebody, Scorpio, with your stinger. One last trip to an old house to get the rest of your things out of there. One last prayer to Spirit about a situation to say, I'm ready to let go completely and I'm moving on. This is it. It's this big. That's it. Learning how to move on. Learning how to let go. Spirit, learning how to say no. I could say that I don't know what you fixed signs are going through, but I see it loud and clear. These are big karmic lessons. And it all has to do with you. The royal you, getting to be you for who you've always truly been, but you finding a place of acceptance in that. This big push through. This big aha. And I'm going to tell you, for the last 3 months, this could have been playing out for you. Slow build up to it. Slow build up to it. All right. Advice. Advice for the fixed sign, Spirit. And we're going to leave it there. When that last, I see this as this gavel here, right? That last loud clunk. That one last loud sound. Whatever that looks like for all of you, or sounds like for all of you, that's when you know it's over. Advice for all of the signs. Start with Taurus. Advice for Taurus, please, Spirit. Love. Talked about the emotions, Taurus, from the second I opened this reading. Step into your emotions. Allow them to flow. Let them flow to the one that flows back with you, right? That 8, that infinity goes around, comes around. It's the crossing over. It's what comes back through. Unconditional love, self-love and wholeness. Affection and attraction and selflessness. Spirit just said, only give to those who give to you. You'll know if they mean well or not. Underneath it, higher commitment, eternity, partnership, and union completion. Know your boundaries. Set them, because you're going to know who's worthy of your love. But you need to start with yourself. Advice for Leo. Grounding comes out sideways. Leo, the way I see this for you is you need to stop measuring your success to everybody else's. It's like, you know, I know Bruce, and Bruce didn't eat cheesecake for 10 years, and he's kept 20 pounds off. I relapsed on chocolate cheesecake with a cherry on top, and I've eaten 3 pans of it since Monday. You're not Bruce. You're you, Leo. And it's like you allow those little slip-ups to be something that eats away at you for a long time. They don't have to. They don't need to. You need to forgive yourself. Get back on the horse and ride again. How else were you supposed to learn and remind yourself of where the hell you've come from? Give yourself the unconditional love you'd give to somebody you care about. Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. It would never be a reading without a tower. Never. Never, 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 never. Without something kaboom coming in for you, right? Advice for Scorpio: shock, change, sudden epiphanies, shocking news, surprises, transformation. I just heard from Spirit you're getting ready to burst onto the scene. You might surprise them all in a way that they aren't anticipating. You know, I'm going to say this. For some of you, if you've lived a very quiet, subtle life, maybe you took a backseat to certain things because you weren't ready for certain parts of life, you weren't ready to take on the next phase of the world. Here you come. If people thought they left you in the dust, well, fuck, were they wrong? They don't see this new you coming. And Scorpio, I don't think you do either. Same card as Taurus. You could be dealing directly with a Taurus, as I said. Higher commitment, eternity, partnership, and union completion. This is two split-offs coming together. Octopuses could be very important. Or not, octopuses. Listen, I have to show this to you. So, have to. We went into a... Hold that thought. Hold on a minute. What all did I grab? Elephant. Dolphin. I just seen those. Everything, I have everything here but a whale. We were out of town, right? And we finally got a break in the freaking hurricane, tropical storm, whatever. And just, there are no coincidences, right? And we went into a toy store. Kids, right? You gotta go to a toy store. Hold on. Don't mind the up-close shot of my face here. But we went into this toy store and they had these little mini animals. And goofball me that I am, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta have those. They're only $1 a piece. Look at those. Do you see my little elephant? Is he not the cutest? A little black tail. Leo, there you are, right? Taurus, what you got up here? Nothing. Where's that bird? The card of Scorpio's got this hummingbird looking critter on it. Do you see my little hummingbird? Look how cute. I like him too. Sorry, guys. The dolphin was kind of floating around. I know I said it. I don't know where I put the card. It's here somewhere. Look, I grabbed the dolphin, right? Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, doesn't matter. Do you see what's on that card in the pink? They're octopuses. Now, of all the other things I could have grabbed, because I love furry little mammals, I grabbed a pink octopus. My other one was an orca. I like Free Willy. All these years later, 20 years later, I still like Free Willy. Whatever it's been. I grabbed an orca. Those are the 5 animals that I brought home with me. And subsequently enough, 4, which I'm reading for you 4 signs, 4 of these animals are here. There are no coincidences, period. Hold on a minute, because I'm going to read these to you, because I know they're all in this Kim Cran's book. And I don't know why, like I usually don't use these cards in the animal decks in the readings. But I was inclined, I forget what sign it was, or if it was a personal reading, that I was like, you know, I'm going to get this out. And I'm glad that I did. And I've been leaving it here on the table. Not real sure why. But this is confirmation to me as to why. So I'm going to read. And every single one of those animals are in, I think the octopus is in here. So, let me see something here. Air, hummingbird. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. When in balance, smart, curious, and loves to learn. When out of balance, pushy, insistent, and sharp. To bring into balance, take some kind of class. The dolphin. The dolphin. Let's see. The rest of the... Oh no, we got an earth. Hold on. Where's the elephant in this? Bear with me, guys. Sorry, there's no index in this book, so I'm not sure where they are. There's a lion. There's a cobra. Elephant. There it is. Unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguable. I can't talk. Oh my God. Arguably. There we go. The most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom, as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. When in balance, one-pointed focus, generous and loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate to bring into balance, trust. And like, my third eye feels like it just caught on fire as I said that. And I just, do you see this? That elephant's got that dot right there, that third eye, right? Octopus and dolphin. Let's see. I think there's an octopus in here. I'm pretty sure. There's a whale. Shark, otter, frog, turtle, oyster, beaver, octopus. There it is. Oh no, that's a jellyfish, huh? That's not an octopus. That's a jellyfish. Those are jellyfish. I'm an idiot. There's that negative self-talk. Don't do that. I don't know. I might read the octopus anyhow. Dolphin. Is there not a dolphin in here? I thought there was a dolphin in here. Hold on. You guys are so patient with my nonsense. Starfish, octopus, oyster, turtle. I could have swore there was a dolphin in here. Frog, otter, shark. Maybe I'm thinking of a shark. Whale. I don't know. This is what I'll say to you. Yeah, it's not in here. I thought it was. Look up the jellyfish and look up the dolphin. Look it up for yourselves. Maybe there's a certain specific message in there for you that's going to resonate precisely that I don't have here in this book anyhow. But I don't know, guys. Like, it's Scorpio. There's nothing but shock with you. It wouldn't be anything less. Right? That jellyfish leaves a sting. There's that stinger we talked about too, right? That beacon of light, that hope dolphins bring sailors home. Spirit, this is where the beauty of life begins. Scorpio, what is this shock about? Scorpio, you could be having some very new people coming into your life, and again, those people from your past, they're just not going to know what to do. They can't fathom that you're allowed to be happy. Pay attention to the invitations that you get, Scorpio. It's an invite to a new life, not just somewhere to go. Advice for Aquarius. Advice for Aquarius. Expressions of love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. With Runner. You know, when I talk about you guys being disconnected from the human race, there is a fear of intimacy, a fear of having to trust another person, right? And all of a sudden, Aquarius, you may find that people are reaching out to you out of care, concern, just because. It's like some lady showing up at your door one day with pepperoni rolls that lives three houses down. Said, "Oh, I was making pepperoni rolls and I thought of you as I seen you carrying in a bag one day of pepperoni rolls, so I thought I'd bring these to you." It's like all of a sudden they're thinking of you, genuinely thinking of you. Aquarius, you don't get to run this time. Even from the smallest gestures of kindness. It's not about the big things, it's about the little things. Those are the moments that change our lives forever. It is that person in front of us paying for our coffee at the Dunkin's. It is somebody opening the door for you. It's somebody taking the time to listen, even if they don't understand your vision. There's a big difference between the thought and the care. And your third eye opening via the dream state is going to start to show you that. Fixed signs, you're picking a new direction. And I also will say, Spirit just said, life, Spirit, the universe, God, whatever you put your faith into is redirecting you. You have a lot more work to do. Here. It's just beginning. Very interesting reading, fixed signs. I enjoyed this. I hope you did too. I'm sending you guys a ton of love. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for the likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. Personal reads, again, open and available. Check out the description box below as well as the About section of the page. I'm sending you so much love. See you soon. Bye.